Hello, my name is John Schwant. I'm a Senior Fellow of Classical Languages at New St. Andrews College, and I direct the Institute of Biblical Greek at www.biblicalgreek.org. I want to talk to you right now about the Institute's year-long Fluency Course. It's different than most other Greek courses in that it's bilingual. I teach you to think in Greek and not just about Greek or how to decode it in English. I do teach all the grammar of a traditional course, but we also spend time conversing and thinking in Greek. Now, it's different than many other online courses in how robust it is. I've been developing this for about 10 years and adding more and more material, so it's far from just a weekly meeting or listening to a voice each week or recordings. It is very interactive. We have live meetings each week where we have a conference system where you can see me, I can see you if you have webcams. Those meetings are recorded, so after we finish a lesson working together, if you have questions, you can go back and review that at any time. And in fact, I have previous years recorded and available for you. So if you want more information, if you want to see how other classes treated that material and conversed in it, you can watch those. And I have live office hours if you're working at your own pace, if you're not right in line with that cohort group. Wherever you are in the textbook, we can meet live each week and get those questions answered and do some practicing. I use the Athenas Curriculum. Oxford produces that. I really like that curriculum in that it has a story. It's a story-driven text. There's a story that runs through the textbook, and it's not just individual sentences for exercises for you to work on. Since there's a story that runs through it, we're able to talk about it in Greek. It really enables me to have more bilingual exercises for you. I also have recorded the textbook, the story through the textbook, and so you can put those on your MP3 player and review the material as you're exercising or walking to work. And that's a really important dimension to learning a foreign language, to thinking in it, is hearing it with understanding. You accomplish nothing by listening to a foreign language if you don't know what's going on. But once you've worked through a lesson, if you can keep reviewing it, especially at this speed, conversational speed, it cements it into your mind and gets you thinking in the language. Too much language is coming by too rapidly for you to translate. So that's a great resource, all of the MP3 recordings from the textbook. I also have plenty of audio-visual resources for each lesson. I have a web page for each lesson. There's 32 lessons in the first year, and it starts out with a vocabulary list. It's a little longer than what the textbook recommends, but again, we want to converse, so you need a few more words. You can hover over the words to get an English gloss as you're studying them, or you can click on them to hear me pronounce them, and you can get used to learning your vocabulary that way, both audio and visually. I have pictures for quite a few of the vocabulary words that I've drawn. If you're visually oriented, so you can move away from English and Greek, you can have picture in Greek and get that into your head. There are quizzes for each lesson that are automated, and you can take those as often as you would like to make sure that you are truly understanding the material, and you can come back to me with questions about them. 4 times a year, there is an exam that you can only take once, but all the questions in the automated exam, they are drawn from the quizzes that you've been taking many times. So if you've performed well in the quizzes, you'll do great on the exams, and it shouldn't be that big a deal. Then the biggest difference, I think, in this course from any other Greek course is that you can work at your own pace. Oftentimes, there are things in life that come up that don't allow you to stick with the pace of the class that you entered with. And once you're behind in a language course, you can just be one lesson behind but not understand most of what goes on in the following class. And that causes people to fall away and not make use of their course. And I didn't want that to happen. So all of the lectures are recorded. They're audio-visual. You can watch them, and I try to take advantage of our live times to be more question and answer, practicing, conversing. And so with all those lectures recorded, and they're highly visual too, I do a lot of drawing and graphics, you can watch those at your own pace, and then use the office hours to ask questions about whatever chapter you're working on. And then I'll find groups of people working on similar chapters that I can group you up with, or sometimes people will catch up to a cohort group or fall back to a group. And so I try to provide as much peer encouragement as possible. And I'm able to do that. There's also an online forum where you can work with other people, ask questions that are reviewing or working on a similar chapter that you are. So there's a lot of levels of reinforcement of each lesson material throughout the textbook. And I hope that you can see that this course really is a first-class, full-service course that's designed to help you learn the language. And that's what I'm here for, and I hope we can work together.